dropping a good luck meta. He was saying that he's always pleased. It's always a pleasure to play against 3-3. So exciting to see this Parker against 3-3 matchup. I wonder if there's some pub drama to go along with it.
A little bit of tips being traded back and forth here. Let's see the good luck coming out before the game starts, though. Good sportsmanship.
Heroic. Smoked up, but stepping a little close there to where Tundra were holding the staircase. So Lauren off mid. Up against this Analog Storm. And Storm was one of those heroes back in the day. You know, Analog played Dragonite, Storm, Ember, Lone Druid, and that was pretty much it. Those 4 heroes, if they were banned, he would have some problems.
Yeah, still comfortable for him to play this hero, and he just have to worry a little bit about Lion this game, but otherwise, Bristol, Ange, and Timber, none of them do anything to a Storm, so it's a pretty free game. He just has to jump the Lion himself, and he will be safe.
Yeah, find the Lion. That's the opening they need later on. Bristol back for 3-3. And who do they end up giving the lane partnership to? Is it Whitemon 5 and Saxa 4?
It looks like it, yes. Yeah.
I don't know why I said the player
usually...
name instead of the hero names there. Like
exactly.
5 and Lion 4 is what I meant.
Yeah. I mean, it's usually Saxa and 33 are also so experienced playing together in lane. I feel like you would be wasting their potential if you don't tap into that.
Schofield sharding the creep wave early on. So playing a little bit of drag back with the lane equilibrium there. You double melee heroes into Acid Spray and Enchantress. You do want to try and shuffle things around a bit.
Gonna be safe last hitting under a tower for Alchemist here on the first creep wave. Gets 3 of the 4. Not too bad of a start as Whitemon tries to deal some damage. This pulls the creep wave back as well, so Sand King, not a bad start either. Top lane, a lot of damage to this Gyrocopter so far.
4 stacks of Quill Spray already. So Flat Cannon and Voodoo Restoration level 1. Saxa already sniping a courier in behind that top tier 1. Yeah, Saxa still has a blood grenade there to play with if they do want to go forward and do some more damage.
And just hitting non-stop into this. King Jungles with level 1 heal is working his healing, but this is the Headhunter facet, so it's not the damaging heal. It's just using it for sustainability in lane.
Yeah, true.
There was, of course, that entire meta where we had only the heal builds. Witch Doctor. Nowadays, Headhunter is the stronger facet overall.
A good old Gaming Gladiators IO Witch Doctor. What a strategy.
Yeah. Mid lane, we can see already why I said this Storm Spirit versus Timber is a pretty nice matchup for a Storm. He's doing tons of damage to Timber.
The static slide causing some problems. And up at top, yeah, Parker with that early full wand. Stacks up a ton of charges, so always going to be able to stay in the lane, keep sustained, and even press forward. A bit of damage onto 3-3's Bristle.
Yeah, already 19 charges here, so he's about to pop it just for some healing.
And Tundra sent back behind their tier 1.
Yeah,
little pull across the large camp too.
Don't have any HP regen anymore on 33, so maybe he gets salved up by Saxa soon.
Schofield and Whitemon having a fun little teddy bear's picnic in the jungle. A salve used and then cancelled. Whitemon doing a very good job at tracking the movements of the Tusk and just continuing this Alchemist free farm. Well, it looks like in the mid lane, Analog dealing with what Lorenoff has been doing.
Oh, King Jungles. Has he overstepped?
Which Dr. Hexed, Saxa Lion, dropping quickly to this rocket barrage. First blood is there. King Jungles, he's got to die to the Quill Spray and will. Can we get a second kill for Parker, though? That's the question. 3-3 sticking around here, trying to Quill Spray and farm some creeps on his way out. Grab a Lotus, but another rocket barrage will come and claim the life of the Bristle to give a double kill to Parker.
2 points into that rocket barrage, does a lot of damage, gets close to you and brings you down. So we'll have a trip back to base, but this is a fantastic start for the star player lately of Heroic.
I still got 10 wand charges as well on this Gyro.
Yeah, he used Magic Wand in the fight, but there's just so many spells being cast. You're laning against the Bristle.
Well, that's Tread's done, I think. We saw that. Concoction dodged by the snowball save out of Schofield. not really an attempt to play aggressively, as we see that acid spray with the right-click damage. Pretty substantial.
Yeah, bottom lane should be dominant here from Tundra, having the Enchantress as well as Alchemist. Not an easy time for Dalai Lama. And of course, mid lane 22-5 against 19-1. So still very even in net worth. And last hits here on mid lane. Timbersaw doing a good job even with the disadvantage against Storm.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
3-3. Turns his back.
Yeah, Saxa showed mid, so this gives a timing here top, and Heroic, they pounce on it.
Straight on him. He's going to kill the Witch Doctor before falling himself. Parker close to death too.
33 is completely happy with that. Actually did a lot of damage to Parker. Getting a kill as well.
Let's see what Saxa can do now as he comes in from the shadows. Bit of poking there on the gyro, but not able to kill him.
Just keeping him low. Be sure his HP doesn't go up. And this is an awkward spot right now for Parker. He doesn't have any region nearby, and his courier has to go back to base. He's going to stay on low HP for a while.
Where's my mobile fountain?
Yeah, where is he? King Jungle's on the way.
Also, is Gyro the only hero that buys Falcon Blade nowadays?
Not the only, but yeah, pretty much. I've seen some Weavers.
Okay. 3-3. These quill sprays, they really do build up. And Parker and King Jungles boot Tundra out of that spot, but down at bottom, Davide Larman, Schofield again, under the boot of Nightfall and Whitemon. It felt like top lanes felt good for Heroic. The Storm Spirit in that mid lane is doing decently, but there's this, I don't know, this gut feeling of pressure from Tundra that really is quite scary. The Alchemist is building up. The Timbersaw's very soon going to be running around and causing havoc.
Yeah, the Timber power spike at level 6. We'll see how much he can do with it. Of course, Storm level 6 as well, so he has the ganking potential. We see 6-minute runes spawning soon. Supports coming in. Even see Sand King TPing in here.
Oh yeah.
Auto refill.
It's like even the Bristleback, you know, he's getting killed off a couple of times here and there, but still able to stand his ground somewhat. As Saxa, and he's going to get picked off here by the Storm and the Witch Doctor. Lorenoff, level 6. Could do a lot of damage back onto King Jungle's an analog. Storm's got very limited mana, and King Jungle's just going to die to the Timber, so the 1-for-1 trade in the end.
Yeah, very nice reaction there. Going in and getting some punish as they were committing pretty hard to bring down Saxa. You can see, of course, the zip. It was a nice grab by Storm as well. Grabbed him right as he was in the animation of stunning on Lion. Nice timing. We see stacks being built up in the game as well. We have a triple stack already on the Ancients for Radiant. Also on the big camp they have a triple. Could be
Infinite Chakram.
Yeah. Crystal
every time.
Crystal will be happy to take that before Alchemist, I think, as well, since he needs to fall back in jungle a little bit.
Just without even like any real items, this Bristleback is the funky hero. Are you going to go 3v1 on me? I'm going to kill one or two of you in the meantime. And he's going to get zipped on and Rocket Barrage down. It looks like 3-3 turning his back. Not enough to get any cross kills there, but King Jungles is slain off to the right by Lorenoff, and now Parker being mana drained and slowed, but he's got Flak Cannon to go. Lorenoff will move in, forward onto the gyro, trying to bring down Parker, and should succeed in doing so.
Okay,
Analog, the one on the retreat now has the backup of Schofield arriving, and it looks like they're going to try and steal the large camp stack.
Oh, they're on the chase.
Risky.
Timber
And Whitemon's Enchantress are here. The Snowball tries to claim some kills on the creeps, but Lorenoff got the majority of them, it looked like, and now Schofield the one to die to Lorenoff's Timbersaw. A killing spree could be turned into more. They've got the Lion, the Hex, the stun to come, and Lorenoff gets a double kill out of it all.
Oh, that was greedy, sticking around for so long, even snowballing forward to try and steal extra of those creeps. That's an aggressive move, but Tundra punish it in a really good way. Getting some good comeback kills here, and Lorenoff getting tempo. 4-0-1 on his Timbersaw. Off to a great start here. They can fight around him a lot.
And that's that scary thing, right? You go kind of all in on this Bristleback. Yes, you kill him, but you've spent 6-7 seconds bringing him down while your Witch Doctor has died, and it's time for the two supports from Tundra to TP.
Witch Doctor is mid with a DD rune. Gets the help from Storm as well, trying to catch anyone.
A bit of a bouncing cask onto Whitemon and his creep.
And she's gonna be fine. But they want this mid tower. Has the level 3 on the enchant, so this troll is not going anywhere. Keeps sending more waves of skeletons.
That's the most irritating thing about Ench. No real threat to herself. Just send creeps in mid and chip away little by little. He's gonna die though, it looks like. Walks up the wrong staircase into the waiting arms of, is that 4 members of Heroic? While
So many of
standing
them.
down bottom is getting gone on by Nightfall and Saxa. Schofield with a snowball. That's just gonna be a disengaged burrow strike and snowball to get away.
But this is all they've been doing bottom. Just running away repeatedly. The Sand King, Davai Lama is not having a good game here. 3.4k net worth. He is only a little bit behind the Bristle. But the difference is the Alchemist as well. He's growing so rapidly. When you give him a good lane like this, he's getting a super early Radiance timing.
We've already got a Kaya now on Timbersaw, 10 minutes in. So his momentum only going to build.
Are scanning.
Bristleback now can be given time to farm Ancients and stacks to get to his Aghanim Scepter. So it's not like that synchronized timing we quite often see with, like, you know, the old school BKB timings. You've got triple BKB at, you know, minute 25. This is like everyone's got individual timings that's helping each other. There's symbiotic timings rather than synchronized ones.
Different things facilitating the Alchemist's farm here on the side of Tundra. And 33 finally gonna get some help here clearing out the Ancients. He doesn't have a Vanguard, so it has been difficult for him. Also means most of his gold is gonna go to Lorinov instead.
As if he needed it.
Of course, meanwhile, Sand King farming some Ancient for himself. Going for a Blink Rush from the Sand King. And I believe Storm has a little bit of ways to go still for his full Witchblade. If that's going to be the item, he could still go back for Orchid if he wants, but I think it's going to miss its timing.
Yeah, it feels like he's got to scale. An Alchemist is pretty much at Radiance, minute 11.
Yeah, very, very on point. That's the full thing. Already bought it. It's on the way on the courier. That's only going to ramp up his farm speed. We see a wraparound here with Lorinov and Lion.
Where do they
Looking
go?
for a dive on Davai Lama.
Dire's top
Can they get him?
is under
How do they start this? With a concoction? And then the Timber Chain? Oh, it's perfect. I mean, Tundra might even have a bonus kill here onto Schofield if they can catch up to him. Timber Chain, Whirling Death, doesn't clip him with a Chakram, but he's got another one to throw out towards him. The Snowball to try and dodge some damage. Shouldn't get the Finger of Death stack, but still going to get the kill. And the Ancient...
no.
Oh, he did get the Finger of Death stack, and now the Ancient stacks.
Yeah, he has the Slugger, or the Fist of Death. So he went up and right-clicked him on Lion. That's how he got the stack. Reapplying that finger gain.
Oh, of course he
And
did.
stealing the Ancients as well. Saxa may have overstayed a little bit here, though. Gets punished by the Witch Doctor and Storm. So they get something, but losing your Ancient stack to the Alchemist is probably one of the worst things, worst feelings right there.
And Lorinov grabs the regen rune under the nose of Analog. Things starting to fall apart a little bit for Heroic.
Yeah.
What a 4K lead. Alchemist now up at like 10,000 net worth almost.
Feels like even 33 is getting to a point where he's going to be scary. If he gets 1,700 more gold, he's going to have the Agnum's timing for himself. So while he's had a pretty quiet game, he will get there. So the pressure's on Heroic. They need to make stuff happen the moment they get the Blink Dagger on Sand King. It is currently 200 gold away. Once he gets that, he can maybe look towards doing something.
And is that going to be alongside the Gyro and the Storm? Or are we still waiting for Parker to farm?
I think they just need to group everybody actually and do the big move around the Blink Dagger because they have the Aghanim's timing on Parker Gyrocopter as well.
The blink is here on the Alchemist though, and that's also something to be wary of.
Yeah, love to see that 13-minute Radiance Blink. He is so strong right now.
Oh, we've seen plenty of Alchemists just get 30-minute Radiance. No, he's 2,000 gold ahead.
Dire's top tower.
Grand old time. Backed up by Saxa down bottom. There's a bit of ward coverage up at top from both teams trying to watch the approach of Tundra and also watching the escape route of Heroic up through that twin gate and into the top jungle. And Nightfall, he's come through the gate, smoked up with Saxa. They see
Here goes. He wants
Schofield
to
on the
blink in.
ward. They're trying to jump the tusk. Schofield can't snowball fast enough to save his life, and he's dead. And the ping's coming. Heroic want to fight this. They're making a jump, catching out Saxa's Lion, but Davai Lama gets shredded by the Chakram. 3-3 spamming the quill sprays out. Park is struggling to do anything in this fight, standing there and battling into 3-3's Bristleback, but taking some punches from the Enchantress too. They do kill Lauren off with a Storm and the Tusk, and Nightfall and 3-3. I thought they were going to step forward there and go for more, but Chemical Rage is out. This Maledict is annoying, and Parker and KJ just standing there, apparently enough of a barrier.
Yeah, they're standing and holding their ground, but they still committed a buyback for that fight. They died on the Tusk again, and they didn't even force the Alchemist to run away or anything. So look at 33 just standing there, says, okay, and then? Well, what's going to happen here? Just happily tanking on the front line.
A good amount of damage to kill off that Timber, though.
Yeah, he was looking for a kill on Gyrocopter. He just wanted Nightfall to get a blink and be able to go on to Gyrocopter as well, but they're still very happy with how that fight played out. Build is leading for Tundra, 5k gold ahead now. We are expecting them to be ahead though in gold. They're running Alchemist, so they should be.
Ooh.
Gets clipped right there.
Yeah, not great for your Storm. Trying to pull out some nifty plays and dying like that. They do kill Whitemon on the right-hand side, but...
Yeah,
Tundra.
That cost them an Epicenter though, and this Blink Sand King is what they need to play around right now. So he doesn't have Epicenter. That's a bit of a window for them to play aggressive again on the side of Tundra.
And this Parker Gyro has got a lot of weight on his shoulders.
He really does. And he's going for a safer item build right here, going for the Aghanims into BKB. But that means you're going to lack damage. Against the Alchemist, against the Timbersaw, the Bristle, these are tanky cores. If you don't have enough damage, you might not be able to kill them at all.
Yeah, no Crystallis. And I guess there's like no Vlads on his team or anything either.
Yeah. And he's also done different builds. He's gone like Dragonlance Yasha builds and stuff before, but opting to go for a pretty standard route here, but even more on the safe side. No Crystallis into this Ags.
Tusk down bottom, chain stunned into oblivion. We're going to have a BKB on the Alchemist in the next minute. Pretty close to it.
Yeah.
But I go on the Laurenov Timbersaw mid. This is important. They've got to get this one, but he's got a BKB. The Orchid, this timing from Analog just not paying off enough.
No, that's what I feared about the Orchid timing. I thought he would go for the Witchblade more so, but now that they have this, if Bristleback adds up a Lotus Orb at any point, or Timbersaw even could do it himself, it becomes very hard to get value out of this Orchid.
Maybe on this Bristleback with a Maledict. They should be able to kill off 3-3.
The Quills.
But he's going to get a double kill for the Troubles.
Oh.
Okay. Tusk is going to fall to the Impetus shots and the failed Timber Chain, not making it any easier for themselves, but 3 for 1. 3-3 must be grinning to himself right now.
Oh my god.
Bristleback like that.
He clicked his Aghanim Scepter at the same time as they were doing tons of damage with the Maledict and all the damage coming in there. So that he just fired out bristles so fast. The quill sprays were going crazy.
A little bit of a go.
Yeah, look
it
at the
looks
timing
okay.
here. The moment he's not silenced anymore, he clicks the Aghanim Scepter and they disappear.
Jeez Louise.
That is enormous for him. He's so happy with that fight.
Yeah, now an 8k lead. I mean, the 3-3 is happy, and then Nightfall is probably grinning to himself as well. Like all the space in the world.
Yeah, he's
14,000.
They do need to keep Parker in check though, because if Parker gets, closing the gap with the Alchemist, then Gyrocopter does fight really well, and we can see the quick buy on Parker right now.
Or is it Daedalus Rapier?
Oh, it's even more direct. It's just straight Rapier. Rapier, Satanic. Rapier, Satanic, and then a second Satanic. That's the quick buy right now. Yep.
A classic double Satanic strat. They'll never see it coming.
I mean, it used to be a thing when they had status res.
Satanic Akimbo. Dual wielding.
Quick Roche being taken down here as well. Advantage just building. The Aegis on the Bristle.
If he can keep those quills going, it's not. Oh my! Oh, Analog's dead again.
Saxa on point. Finally, this he gets pinged out by 33. He's like, what the hell? We're taking Roche and you're just out here killing people?
Apparently so. Actually, a blink, chain disable onto Storm. Lauren offers the damage.
Yeah, it feels like Heroic are not really able to match the tempo here that the Tundra are coming in with. They're playing so sharp. And while I said they drafted to play 4 heroes aggressively and Alchemist can farm up, we are past that point now. Now Alchemist can be part of the aggression. He has the blink, he has the BKB. He's getting really big himself. But yeah, a lot of the momentum has really been on Lorenov and his Timbersaw. We haven't really sung his praises enough. He's 10-1-3. This Timbersaw has really been doing some work.
Yeah, just incredible. I'm just thinking of like ways for Heroic to maybe, you know, swing back a couple of punches. I think like every situation just relies on Dalai Lama Sanking having some incredible initiation.
Yeah, it really does. I think now maybe the play is to try and wait for the timing on Parker. Try and wait for that rapier. Take fights only on your high ground. Just farm whatever you can. Except that Tundra are going to farm a little bit more. And then once you have the rapier, make a play there. But buying rapier into a lion is always so scary. The blink hex or the blink stun, you know, can catch you off guard.
Yeah, they're like a risky trade-off, like a bigger gamble than just buying a rapier normally.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I think they do need to be this dramatic here. Yeah. Otherwise, how are you gonna bring down any of these heroes? I was talking about it. The Radiant Cores are incredibly tanky, so you need all the damage you can get. And he buys the best item in the game for damage. It's the rapier. Very simple when you break down Dota like that.
Get off my lawn! Get off my lawn!
Oh, interesting. Is Parker's name broken for you, like above the hero? So his name looks normal there. It's upside down Parker. But above the hero, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
He's a square with a sword.
A square with a sword is like a broken sword. It tries to hit the box, it broke, you know?
And then a D.
And then a broken sword that tried to hit the Minecraft cube or something.
Oh, look.
You need a better sword, Parker. It's too low tier to break the box.
Why not a companion cube? He tried to punch Io. Io punched back.
Little companion cube.
Looks like we should be able to get them on their webcams on a different platform.
Yeah. We need to be able to see your faces here, players. Get ready.
Hopefully get that FPS issue all sorted out. So, all right, where are we? Aegis was just picked up. Pauses like this always like ruin my brain.
They throw
just
you
killed,
off, yeah. 17 seconds ago,
Roche.
they picked up the Aegis from Roche. They just killed the Storm with a beautiful jump by Lion. And now it is Tundra who are going to capitalize on this. Top tower, I don't think there's any way for Heroic to defend. So right now, they need to move out on the rest of the map.
Sorry, could you click that death summary for me?
Yeah, can you bring up how he died? Oh, no. Saw something.
Absolutely not. But sir, is this actually like high ground time? Do they feel strong enough to break base, or is this going to be
I doubt
tier
it.
2, tier 2,
No,
tier 2?
It's tier 2. They don't really have the high ground pushing heroes. They don't have that much building damage, and we already saw Nightfall go down bottom through the gate, so he has no intention of staying around top. They're just trying to shrink the map for Heroic and get the rest of the map.
Vacuum up all the resources. I don't think you're clicking that fast or hard enough, Scriff. I think you've just got to get good.
Yeah, the death summary button works.
Well, I wonder what that says from Parker. Can we?
Radiant's middle tower
Is anything going to happen while I open Google Translate?
Well, they're doing what we talked about, pushing. We have a little bit of a standoff on mid. Nothing really going down, though. They're grouping towards top, and King Jungles wants to delay the push somehow, but he might just lose his life. He's just thrown away his life here, I think. Yeah, quick damage comes in.
He's a little witch doctor.
Yeah,
Well, he was.
Nothing too consequential.
I think Parker was singing some song lyrics or something. It definitely looks like some kind of... I fell in love and it took over me.
Yeah. That's
Singing a love song to 3-3.
Yeah, it's probably, you know, the romance between these laners.
3-3 takes down the tier 2. And they are converging in towards that mid lane as well. So shrinking the map around Heroic, like you said. Pull that net nice and tight, close in on them. As Dalai Lama just tries to shove out the wave and keep them at bay.
Struggling to see how Heroic are gonna grab some advantage for themselves here. They're pinging out Tormentor. Want to make a play for the 20-minute spawn, so they want to kill Tormentor immediately. Always a good idea when you're behind to take your Torm sooner rather than later, because there's a big chance your opponents will make an invasion move, and it's coming.
Yes.
It is coming. Are they in time? They might be in time to get some punishment here.
Oh, this could be nasty for Heroic.
And they're rushing in.
On the tower. The
Oh.
Tormentor's not dead yet. In comes Saxa with 3-3. Tormentor goes to Whitemon, gives him the shard. But Schofield with Parker kill off Saxa. They're going to lose their Tusk in the midst of it all. And a BKB used by the Gyro too.
Okay, so trading BKBs a little bit. They do get a kill, at least on side of Heroic, but they lost their Tormentor. The steal came in. Whitemon getting that shard for his Enchantress.
Such a good punish. And now Heroic feel like they've got to scramble, get a smoke gang, go and find something. And they're drawing a line right now to kind of go from bot, go from mid. But these tier 1s are all still standing.
Yeah, it's difficult to smoke too deep when you have these towers still there. Lornoff, this guy would be a target here.
And a good jump from Devile Armor. In with a Maledict, and there we have it. A kill on the Timbersaw. Let's see if Heroic can lead this into something bigger.
Maybe mid tower can go down now on the back of that. Actually backing out a bit. Doesn't seem like they want to fight.
Middle tower is under attack.
Take over their own area instead and just farm up the Ancients again with the Gyrocopter. Wants to build that net worth. Even pulling the creep wave here. We have a little bit of friendly movement from a support.
There's the Sacred Relic.
The relic is in. Step 1. Acquire a relic.
Step 2. Save Devile Armor.
Oh, I
Is
don't know
he
if that's in
savable?
the... That's not on the task list for a Gyrocopter. He's not even looking at this.
No, it looks like he's pretty dead. Nightfall even BKBing. Make sure he gets through the cask throne, and is he going and diving tier 3s? Yeah, you're not Havost. Get back to where you belong. Go and push some lanes.
Nice play. Nice play. Gets the kill and then runs back. Sure, you used your BKB, but it can be on cooldown right now. I don't think it's too important. They don't have a big objective to play around anymore. Roche is still dead. Tormentor was already fought for. And they have no intention of early high grounding, like I mentioned.
I mean, you've got your opponents right where you want them. And you
They
just
do,
hold them.
but only for 1,000 gold more. And then the Rapier is going to be up on this Gyrocopter. Then the question is, can they turn this fight around a little bit? Turn the game around?
It's going to be a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. For the rest of Heroic, they're going to have to throw bodies into this to try and keep Parker alive and kicking to pump the damage.
So the downside is they don't have Blink on Tusk. You're going Rapier on the Gyro, and ideally you want to have a good save for him. Some way to buff him up and save him. You don't have Solar Crest yet, and you also don't have a Blink Dagger on Tusk. So this is a very naked Rapier Gyro. If they can jump him, he could be a vulnerability.
There's no Blink Tusk, no Vlads, no crit. Yeah, that's a rough. I guess he's got Vampire Fangs.
Yeah, he can lifesteal a little bit.
He's got something.
Not quite enough, perhaps, if there's a Bristleback with the quills coming in and all the other stuff. But he is getting a super early timing on this Rapier, that's for sure. We'll see if he buys it immediately or if he's going to try and time it with a Roche. Probably going to buy it and lock it. No, he actually goes back for
Interesting.
some lifesteal. He buys Satanic. Or buys the Morbid Mask.
I felt
More
like
life-
we needed it.
Yeah, I think in this game, playing without good lifesteal is going to be impossible. The quills will kill you.
Oh, Witch Doctor has consumed his Gree, bought a Ghost Scepter.
Okay. Building up a little bit. Some defensive tool. It also has that Spear Vessel, of course.
Definitely handy against this Bristleback who has yet to get a BKB or a Dispel.
Timbersaw also has the full Aghanims BKB combination. I like they went for a BKB before Aghanims. We saw earlier the Aghanims first and then BKB, but I think it's better to have the safety of the BKB first on Timber in this game.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
They are gonna spot the storm.
Oh.
They X him up. Do they have the damage though? Is it fast enough?
Oh, they've got the disables and the damage. Analog dead for 50 seconds. And a bit of a nightmare for Schofield as well, who's running across the map to try and save him. Dead to Lorinov as well.
Damn it, he didn't get an auto attack out. Lion didn't get an extra stack there on this finger of death.
Unfortunate.
They kill him too quickly.
Now we're going to get that tier 2 mid finally from Tundra. And you look at this trio of heroes on your screen right now, and I don't know, you just whimper. You know, Timbersaw, Alchemist, Bristleback.
Oh, he unlocked it. The Rapier is unlocked and ready.
Rapier's here, but is there enough damage in the world to kill off these three?
I think so.
We'll have a
I think they
crack.
can do it right now.
They're going for it in onto Nightfall. The Rapier going to work, and Alchemist is dead. Lorinov, he's chained down to the low ground and got the distance he needed. But that just shows, I mean, Alchemist disappeared.
Yeah, they did bring a lot of spells into that Alchemist there. They kind of wanted to get one more pick, but it's a great start for them. They get a lot of payout for it. And that money will go towards the Satanic. The faster you can get to Satanic on the Gyrocopter here, the more you can secure this game.
Just a stun, and he's done. The rockets land on his head.
Stun, and he's done.
That's it.
Yeah, good way to bring down any strong target in Dota.
Don't let them press any buttons. Now, Storm's got a BKB.
Yeah, 8 seconds and Roche may spawn. We'll see if it's an early or a late spawn. Either way, it should be top. So we'll see if Heroic can make a move to position themselves to fight for that Roche.
Bang
For now, they just want to build that Satanic. More important than the Aegis even, is to have Satanic on the Gyrocopter right now.
And you've got some Ancients to farm. A bit of space. So a minute and a half to go. Tundra already set up in that top part of the map. A bit of a lane ward, a couple of heroes there. And a long scribble drawn by Heroic, again, kind of thinking about playing through the bottom lane. I mean, there's money in the bank kind of waiting to be raided here. You know, there's tier 1 towers all across the place. Just get some money in the pockets of your supports.
That tower goes down quickly here to a Gyrocopter. They're going to glyph it because they haven't lost a single tower yet.
And it is Schofield drawing these lines all the time, by the way. Schofield is like, please, guys, can we kill this tower, mid or bot, or just anywhere?
It's always Schofield wanting to make the crazy moves, but, you know, I see Parker sitting there like, dude, I don't have my Static. I'm not going on that risky route. I'm not losing my life. Like
Schofield's like, I've got 4,500 net worth. Let me have something.
Yeah.
I'm buying a Vlad's for you.
Ooh, Defiant Shell as well for the Gyrocopter. That kind of adds even more onto the Aghanim Scepter effect. So now if you try and kill him, the Satanic can really heal him up quickly. This is the timing. It lines up perfectly. Satanic done. Everyone smokes immediately.
Roshan in just under 20 seconds.
Now's your time, Schofield. Draw your lines. Draw the lines.
The big arrow into the pit. All smoked up.
Counter smoke.
9 heroes.
Dire are scanning.
And Dire scan the pit, but it turns green for a second.
Scanning.
Nightfall has run back to Wisdom Rune, it looks like. Farming Ancients on his way
They're
through.
checking the Power Rune. They will find a DD Rune for their efforts as well. They're bottling up on the Gyrocopter.
Pretty big.
This is huge, but they're losing their smoke timing. Do they have a second smoke? They don't. They're a little bit late now, so they won't get the smoke connection.
And there are 2 observables from Tundra here that's going to watch them coming.
Yeah, they have a gem on Tusk. The first observer won't really see them as it's around the corner. It does see them now, though. Oh.
And Roshan's already half HP.
Yeah, it's just falling way too fast. They're nowhere close to contesting this.
He bellows and roars, but no one's coming to save him, so Aegis for Lorinov.
And Heroic turnaround.
They want nothing to do with this.
That was a long commitment as well, the long smoke around, trying to move towards this fight, but he just is gonna go again in the hands here of Tundra. Putting it on Timber this time. He has a Blink Dagger too, so he can really get in there. Look at Heroic trying to set us a little bait here. They're saying they will come up this ramp. They're not wrong, but it's not gonna be who you want.
Whitemon sends the creeps forward. And the rest of the Tundra are going to back up. play it tight.
Just one little Dark Troll Summoner. Not even worth killing according to them. They're going to back up. You can see how Heroic are all glued to a gyrocopter now. They do not want to leave this man alone. At the same time, Tundra are kind of just taking it easy. Like, okay, you have a rapier. That's fine. They realize that right now is a good timing for Heroic to take the fight. Whereas Tundra, they could just keep building a little bit more. So they've AC completed on Alchemist. Tundra trying to get the items to fight into this rapier eventually.
Do you know, did they see the double damage in Satanic? I'm assuming they did.
Oh, yeah. This one.
Yeah, then they know absolutely to dodge this. DD gets used automatically.
Yeah.
And Heroic. Just all those dire heroes, you're right. Just look at the mini-map.
Oh, yeah. They're the full buddy-buddy system. It is 5 buddies right now. The full crew.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it's going to be a quick Tormentor take here. The Witch Doctor died, but you know, he just hides in his shard. Becomes a little ward for a second. And looks like we now have the Bloodthorn coming out soon for Alchemist. He's building towards dangerous levels of farm. The question is, can Heroic get the squeeze here? They have the stronger team fight, but can they get the squeeze on Tundra and actually lock them down in a team fight? Or is Tundra just going to be allowed to play the map like this?
I just wonder how long Heroic can hold their breaths for.
Is under attack.
This is one of those games where you're in your base, as a Tusk, you're just like, waiting for the moment where I need to snowball save my gyrocopter. There's going to be veins popping, faces turning red.
And he still doesn't have Blink Dagger as well, so he has to be so cautious about his positioning. If he's even a slight bit too far away, he can't save him. Well, we see Tundra just taking their time, farming towards a Hurricane Pike on the edge. Timber's going towards a full Hex, I believe, coming out.
I guess it shouldn't be that much of a problem for Parker and Schofield. Like, Peru is pretty high up in terms of above sea level, so they've had the high altitude training already.
Yeah.
Oh, Heroic. Lurking on the right-hand side, but yeah, low enough for the Aegis. Not a target they can really go on. No clear-cut opportunity.
Yeah, difficult to go up on the high ground here, even though they have Aegis in the hand of Tundra. I think the way they're playing is signaling they are gonna drag this one out a little bit more. They don't feel like they have the timing to go high ground here.
Dire's bottom tower.
And meanwhile, we see Aghanim's next target for Analog on his Storm Spirit. Wants to get some AoE disable here. Otherwise, the item progression is kind of slow right now for most of them. Gyrocopter, of course, is farming fast. Added that Shadow Blade, almost a Silver Edge now. Not a bad game to have break.
Whitemon even just casually farming enemy ancients. I know they've got all the room in the world to maneuver. And yeah, Parker and KJ just chilling. Get out the crossword.
This is a difficult game to be like Dalai Lama or Schofield or King Jungles. All 3 of them have a really tough time. Nightfall? Carefully farming the Tormentor here.
You're all so impactful and meaningful for the Gyro's life. You can't be like out doing crazy shit and dying, right?
Yeah, it feels like you all have to group up and go together, but that is difficult in Dota. Look at the net worth lead right now, 20,000. It's just building and building because you're not really playing the map. You bought this rapier, but then you're smoked and you didn't connect with anything, and now it just feels a little bit clumsy. Tundra, to their credit, are doing a great job of just staying wide and flexible, very diversified on the map here. So even if they do smoke, they might catch like what, 1 Eng, 1 Lion, maybe they kill one of the cores. But that's fine. They're okay with losing 1 target. Storm, Analog trying to break free and actually get to farm something. He needs to have item progression, he feels. Gyrocopter getting big is good and all, but you can't have him be the only solution to all 3 cores here.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got to offer something yourself.
And now, first aggressive move here in a while from Tundra. Gonna group up, smoke up, and they're looking for a pick. They have a fantastic ward for the smoke. Heroic are backing into the ward. This is disastrous for them.
Oh, this is so scary.
They're gonna deward it with a storm, I think. No.
They're gonna find it?
Oh, he's too far
They
away.
don't
He
know
didn't
it?
check the. He didn't
They
check
don't
the
find
clip.
it. Oh no. Heroic, they don't see it coming. The stance, the stun. The Tusk is caught. The Witch Doctor in trouble. Analog's done. They're all three of them are dead.
Oh,
Parker didn't
no.
even get to get close to them.
He didn't check the clip. All 5 are sitting under a ward spot and they don't check it with the gem. Oh, that is
dang it
such a
now.
costly mistake. I mean, it was already looking grim, but that just... They were sitting ducks there. The pick-off was clean coming out from Tundra.
And now it's going to force some buybacks.
Tanking Jones.
There, Alchemist, Nightfall. He's dead. Parker's done his job, and now Sax are doing his. The Blink Hex into stun, but the follow-through isn't coming, so Sax are probably going to die here. A Ghost Scepter, but no Blink for 7 seconds. Parker and Schofield, this is kind of risky moving out of your base like this. You're being very, very aggressive. Very
Don't still
eager
wanna
to move
fight
forward.
this. Yeah. Even without the Alchemist, they're happy to take the fight for a chance for that Rapier. It's going to be Heroic backing off in the end.
Base defended.
Yeah, base defended. They did use a buyback, but it was only Schofield's, not the most costly. And they stay in the game for now on the side of Heroic after what was a very costly situation there on bottom. Here we can see the high ground push, but they recognize that Alchemist is a good target. There's no saving support, really. They just burst him. Good chain stun there coming in with the snowball as well.
Annihilated. Sax is trying to make that move. Doesn't have anyone to back him up. And now we're looking at Parker. Getting closer and closer to being 6-slotted. The monstrous gyrocopter.
He is the biggest man on the field, for sure. He's going for a S and Y next. He knows that if they chain stun him, that's disastrous for him. So, get a bit of movement speed. And up his stats a little bit.
Just always feels like you... it's 6-slotted, but with an asterisk. You know, when you're buying like Silver Edge and kind of these... Not little items, but they're not S-tier items, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand what you mean. He still has some upgrading to go, for sure. Here comes the jump, though they're looking for him.
The Hexa start, the tag team, the save on Parker. Can he stay alive with the Satanic life-stealing backup?
Parker's doing it.
Parker's still going. He's killed off Saxa and Whitemon, but the cause of Tundra stay alive. Now retreat time. Oh, Knifeful. What? I died to a rocket.
The homing missile
followed him and killed him off in the end. KJ's getting Chakram down, sliced apart, but in goes Parker yet again with a break in the damage onto the Bristleback. They've got the kill on 3-3 now. 4 in a row, and Lauren he's on the run. Looks like he'll escape, but Heroic around this gyrocopter. Monstrous damage numbers being put up by Parker.
Yeah, you see what he can do there with that Satanic. Difficult to bring him down quickly as well. They brought him down really low. He was down to like 400 HP or something, but then he clicks that Satanic and it all turns around. You see the attempt. Looks like they were hitting a little bit into the wrong target, actually. Maybe if they could channel all their efforts into a gyro immediately, perhaps they could have killed him, but you see the danger. If you don't bring him down, he will bring you down. And now they find themselves with a Roche right next to them. Quickly gonna go into this.
Oh, there's an Agnum's Blessing in there. I mean, oh, what happened?
Being hand-fed some mangoes from Witch Doctor as well. Damn, Parker is living the good life right now.
Being served upon by King Jungles. All right, what do we get? Aegis for the gyro.
Aghanims on Storm.
Aghanims on Storm, so doesn't
Is
have
he-
to buy his own.
He's consuming it. He's happy to take that. He does have a point booster already, so he's like, do I really buy it or do I commit? Well, he does get it.
Scardy time?
Yeah, go phylactery. Let's go.
There's a few options he can go for. Or he might just sell it in the end.
We'll see what he does. Looks like he queues up the soul booster right now. So it could be a Bloodstone build. Bloodstone Storm isn't bad. I doubt that we'll see. I mean, Octarine is an option, I guess, for lower cooldown on your BKB, but it feels a bit sad to buy it when you have a 0-second cooldown ulti.
Radiant's middle
I am just stunned Absolutely stunned how Heroic are defeating inflation single-handedly with a gyrocopter.
Yeah, they may have a lot of dollars on the side of Radiant, but how good is your carry? How much damage can you dish out? Because gyrocopter, he dealt some 7,000 damage within like 3 seconds there, previous fight.
They're just devaluing their currency, you know? You print a load of it, fly it over in planes and dump it on them. Like, yeah, there you go. Free cash. Yeah, use it all up. And you come in with a gyrocopter.
Alchemist, you fool.
Oh, is he scouted? I think 3-3 knows something's up the hill, but they didn't actually know where the gyro was.
Oh, outstun himself.
Gonna BKB and stun into 3-3. Nightfall can't jump in now. Davai Lama's gonna run back and wait for Parker to re-emerge, come back in with a silver edge and do some damage onto 3-3, who BKB's up. Parker hexed. They need this save from the snowball, and they will get it for now. And the Satanic's up for Parker to turn and fight. 3-3's in trouble, and he died to the flat cannon AoE damage, but Parker's run out of teammates to back him up.
In trouble?
Where's the rest of the squad? They need help. Sax is here with a stun, and the Aegis is claimed. Alchemist is dead. They did find that pick off further to the southwest as Davai Lama gave chase. And Analog, he's got eyes on Saxa. He knows where the lion has come from, where he's gone, and where he's heading to in a second, because Saxa's going to get caught out here. The Sand King didn't even have mana for stun, but down he goes. Lion's gone, and Heroic in the driving seat.
Man, Heroic, that was costly for them at first, but they do bring down a good amount of heroes, killing off the Alchemist, who doesn't have a buyback as well. Now, with a good chance of just going and doing things, that Gyrocopter rushing down towards mid. We saw Bristleback stand his ground pretty damn well against the Rapier, but in the end, we kind of just get outlasted by the buybacks coming in from Storm.
And who needs Blink on Tusk when you've got Schofield drinking buddies with Parker? Just drag him around, snowball him up. Goodness gracious me.
Yeah. We have the Daedalus being queued up next here for Gyrocopter. Scaling and scaling. Already got rid of his boots. Doesn't have his power threats anymore. Sanjay Nyasha took that spot.
This is him without Aegis.
Yeah, for sure. But it's still very tricky to kill him. How do you kill him when you have a pretty lackluster chain stun ability in your team? Yes, you have a Hex on the Timbersaw, and Lion is great, but their immediate single target burst is not that good. Not good enough to kill a 3.5k HP Gyro with his whole team around him.
Now you're getting snowball dodged, stunned by Sand King, distracted by Witch Doctor.
Yeah. They all just need to be nearby and ready to throw their spells when they go on the Gyrocopter. Full Daedalus is completed now. His damage, 1700 damage per crit.
Oh, they've taken a nice portion of land here. Pushed out bottom, holding that southern jungle, lines drawn across towards the enemy ancients. You'd love to go and take that tier 2 top, but there's a bit of lane maintaining you've got to do first.
Yeah.
They're cutting across it. They might find
33, not farming the ancients. Actually, they're already cleared. He's rushing back. TP cancel. Oh! A little bit short. Davai Lama with a stun.
That wasn't far off, though.
Storm Spirit gonna walk into a lot of people here on mid. He's fine, though.
Where is he? Scythed up, and there he's dead. They can kill him off in the duration of that disable.
He jumped away, but not far enough. The Blink Timber with a Hex catches him, setting up there. And Storm doesn't have buyback. This is a huge window for them.
Yeah, it looks like they might be able to find Schofield here now as well. And Tusk trying to track back and TP, but he's hexed up and stunned, caught out by the rest of Tundra.
Well, at least his buyback just came off cooldown, so, you know what to do, Schofield. No Blink Dagger for you. You're gonna have to buy back eventually here and defend.
The rest of the team trying as best they can to get out on the map and push and shove. A Ghost Scepter and a Force Staff from the Witch Doctor. Doesn't look like it'll be enough to save him against the Nightfall Alchemist. So not only are Tundra pushing mid, but they're clearing out that bottom wave and prepping as well. Maybe for a Torment to take, maybe for high ground.
They're
buyback from Schofield.
Straight towards the high ground here, coming in with a push. They have a level 25 Bristle as well. Wonder if he's going to take the damage or the lifesteal here. Both are good, but the damage would give them the high ground push. He's going to go for the lifesteal.
Well, they've got to jump into the backlines onto Schofield, and the Tusk is dead. 90 seconds, dieback Tusk. Parker moves in, tries to get the damage out. Nightfall does slip away
Parker versus
the
33?
gyrocopter, and Bristleback is stacking up the cool sprays. Epicenter, blink, stun, Dalai Lama doesn't get it. The BKBs are still up from Tundra, and Sankey has completely whiffed his initiation. Now the two-man stun from Lion as well. Witch Doctor and Sankey getting pummeled down by the Timber Saw. And now it's all down to Parker. What can he do? 1 versus 5. The
One-man army.
+1.
Titanic coming off cooldown at least. He has that ready, but you're into 5 heroes here. Banner is down 2.
Storm respawns. Sanking buys back. Oh, there's a DD rune bottom spot as well, but there's no way to go and take it.
And no way over there. Too difficult. They don't have any of their BKB. Oh, they do have Storm BKB at least. BKB cooldown on the rest. Sun King and the Gyrocopter.
Just look at how wise Nightfall is being, right? That he knows that he's the target they want to jump, so he's not showing.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go up there. He just lets his team push. Slowly but surely, they're taking down this barracks.
A flamethrower.
Tusk is respawning, but Midrak's already gone. They're heading towards top.
That's 2 lanes down.
33 pops to a refresher.
Nightfall is like, I can show myself just a little bit and then run away.
Yeah, 33 is baiting because he has an Aeon Disc ready and BKB, so you can't go on him first.
There's Davai Lama, 2-man stun. Storm zips in. Vortex will drag them around. And a BKB for Analog gives them a bit of freedom, but they've lost Schofield.
Parker's in.
Parker is only just now arriving into the fight. Cool sprays are stacking up on him. He's life stealing through it. Refreshes back over for another round of BKB Satanic, but they don't have the control. They need Davai Lama to try and jump further and deeper with the Storm Spirit, but they can't grab onto anybody.
Ooh, that is the timing window now. No BKB on this Gyrocopter. Tusk is still dead. They're just gonna wrap around and go again. That was a nice desperate attempt by Parker. Tried to get them, but they're too elusive. Everyone just ran away. Popped the drums with the Ench. And people just disappear in front of his eyes. Not in the way he wants either.
It's Alchemist Axe time.
How is it?
Daedalus Enchantress coming up
It
soon.
is holiday season coming up soon, actually, so... Who's he gonna give an out Aghanims to? Well, I already gave one, I guess.
Who doesn't have one? Lion?
Yeah, he gave now to the Bristleback, so Bristle gets a ton of golds. And the previous one was also over on the Timbersaw. Timbersaw has 6k gold. So that's 2 gifted. It's difficult for Heroic. They are at least being allowed to hold their base here. I thought that with the timing there of the BKB being on cooldown after a refresher from the Gyrocopter, maybe they would find a way to go again, but Thunder are being very methodical about it. 30,000 gold lead now.
It looks like they want to try and sneak into the base here and come in behind them. Storm Spirit. Analog's shown himself on his wave and he doesn't have buyback.
This is the insta-death. Oh, that's -1. Doesn't stop them though, Heroic. They will still put up a fight here.
As long as Gyro's alive.
Yeah, Gyro, all that matters.
Well, it's not Mega Creeps just yet, but it might be soon. Davai Lama, Schofield, and King Jungles, the supporting cast for Parker, the Gyrocopter.
One
We'll see
of
what
them
they
has
decide
Aeon
to
Disc.
defend.
The other has a Ascetic Cap. Not easy to initiate into either of these two.
It looks like the call is made just to hold tier 4s and throne. Let the barracks fall. Let them have Mega Creeps. Another Rapier for Gyro. Is that a backup one, or is he actually
Oh, he's gonna
holding
pop it
on to
in. He's bringing it in. 2 Rapiers. One wasn't enough. Sold the Silver Edge for this one.
Alrighty then, Parker. Let's see what you're made of. Time to test your metal as Schofield gets gone on.
There he
Davai Lama
goes.
gets into the back, but here comes the double Rapier Gyro. The damage on the Alchemist and Timbersaw is substantial.
Is it enough, though?
Nightfall's gonna get taken down, but they've got the Hex and the damage on the Gyro now, and Parker crumbles. Dead with no buyback, no Rapiers left, and good game called. Tundra pull it out in the end, but my fucking god, were they made to sweat for it.
Yeah, that
We saw happen to Medusa, right? Medusa went from being Giga late game hero or nothing to being like a 25-minute timing hit. I think Ursa fell into a similar archetype. We'll see what Nightfall does with it, though. Game 2, Tundra, 1 game to the good in this best of 2. If you're just joining us, it's DreamLeague Season 24, Day 2 of the group stage. Heroic against Tundra. And we did just have a Parker Gyrocopter double rapier match try to pop off, but unfortunately fall at the final hurdle.
Yeah. See smoke coming out here, soon wearing off from Heroic as Tundra. Didn't expend their smoke yet. They still have a smoke on the SD, so I assume that he wants to call his buddies over. We see the line being drawn, the wraparound. He's smoking his buddies up. He's like, come on.
30 seconds.
Do they want a 5-man fully, or are they going to split? They're splitting 2 top and then 3 bottom.
Interesting.
Some 5-head stuff going on.
And guarding that bottom rune.
33 is going around as though they're making a wraparound play here to kill people. He's going to run in and break his smoke.
Is he going to move further forward and scare Parker?
I mean, he's alone, so he's scared himself. It's a bit intimidating going in alone like this.
And then the bottom rune. Yeah, Heroic, afraid of what was lurking in the river. 2-man burrow strike from Davai Lama, but a follow-through stuff from Saxa pretty good to allow Lorinov to unload some damage. Nightfall's going to join in for a bit of a scrap with the body blocks out of this Shadow Demon illusion, doing some chip damage onto KJ, but nobody dies in the end.
Yeah. A lot of spells used, but nobody dying. The Ench with the overprotective wisps as well, helping out. Also skilling up the Nature's Tendons level 1.
And 2 for 2 bounty runes as well.
Yeah, even start here for both of them.
And Pango versus Timbersaw. We'll see how that one goes.
It's a little bit of a Timber favored matchup, but it's very, like, once you hit level 3 on Pango, you can already kind of push out the lane very quickly.
3-3 up at top. This is quite often what happens when you're laning with a Nyx Assassin. You are left stranded, and first blood is there for Schofield.
Yeah, that's patented laning with a Nyx. Normally really weak level 1. He's just pulling the creep. Saxa says, it's fine. You know, who cares if you die? I'm going to fix the lane here, put it behind the tier 1 tower. He's going to wait to try and not get the entire creep wave. Gets 2-3 of the creeps. Perfect. You don't want the entire creep wave because then it's a little bit too strong. You want to keep this dire creep wave alive as long as possible.
Yeah, deny out some range creeps. Get rid of some of those. And Schofield tries to contest it, but taking a lot of damage on his way through. And I guess this was probably the most interesting part of this Muerta pick, and why I kind of assumed it was going to be a Parker hero is I don't think I've ever seen Schofield play it.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see how he's going to perform in this game. Post 5 Muerta is also a little bit harder than post 4 Muerta. She does quite well with items. She is a hard hero to play underfarmed. So we'll see if he can have the impact that he wants.
Let's have a look. Heroic have played it 4 times, and it's been Parker once, twice, thrice, and Schofield did play it once, like 4 months ago.
Okay. Did they win?
TI. They did win, yeah. They won against Leviathan.
Oh.
That must have been TI qualifiers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's definitely something they've played before. It's been done at least once.
Okay, they've done it once, so we'll see if they can get some value out of it. But yeah, post 5 Muerta, it is a little bit of a weaker impact usually than post 4. Bottom, we see Whitemon getting a courier snipe, just walks up and auto attacks it twice.
Yeah, so far, very good laning stage for Tundra. 17, 16, 13 versus this 13, 11, 9. Sanking and Morphling dragging their feet a little bit and struggling on the last hit chart.
Yeah, 9-0 as well, not getting a single deny. Same on mid, no deny there, so that means that these cores are very happy on the side of Tundra.
It's not as though the other the supports in the lanes are kind of gathering up any missed last hits, which sometimes happens. And now 3-3 started stacking creep waves for himself up top.
Yeah, he's making a big camp here and then pulling over to a jungle, gonna farm that.
Once got double bracer, mangoes and a sage's mask, very tanky bristleback, and this now allows the Nyx Assassin to kind of do his own thing, move down to bottom, try and make a play in that opposing side lane onto King Jungles to take him out.
Yeah. held his stun for a while, even gonna kill off the Eng creep with the Mind Flare there.
So 3-3 is just 1v2ing. Then you get to tri-lane bottom. Mid lane is already winning. Now, Heroic have got some struggles in front of them here.
They really do. And Myrta tries to at least get some, experience stolen, but she can't really prevent 33 from farming like this.
Yeah, not really a care in the world. He is out of mana now, 33, but...
No, he has a mango. He's looking for Schofield. He has a TP. He also has a lot of regen. Stick and Fairy Fire. I think 33 might get baited here if he commits for this.
Yeah. Morphling waveform's over. I can't finish him off, though. 3-3 baits out some spells, baits a reaction. Now he's got a Shadow Demon to come up here, and Whitemorn can take the lane for a bit.
Yeah, support is just swapping around on Tundra. They say SD go top, Saxa stays bottom. Trying to match the Nyx against the Enchantress since he can kill that creep.
And then Whitemon stacking some camps. Yeah, build up a bit of bank for the Bristleback.
Waited for him to take the creep and then immediately...
Saxa. Stunned and blood grenaded. Davai Lama in front of him with the body blocks, making sure there's no line up for the two-man stun, but now he's got it. And Saxa is making a swift escape with a salve going.
Another stun.
Burrow strike, another one comes. King Jungles. He can't get close enough. Saxa, he's going to survive. 30 HP finally dies, but making them work for it. While mid lane, Timber Chain cancelled out by the Rolling Thunder. If they can connect from that kill on Saxa into one on Lorinov, it's huge. Lama misses the burrow, though. Lorinov, he's trying to get out of here with another Timber Chain. A bit of distance off to the side, but he died. King Jungles gets it.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy that auto attack was enough damage there as well.
Saving face there, because if they let Lorinov go, my god.
Yeah, big mistakes there. Missed the stun, and the Pango bounced off the wall in an incorrect way, so he didn't get to chain stun even longer there. He got stuck for a bit on the wall. Good thing for them they got that kill. You can see it here. He did a good job at first chain stunning, but then he got stuck there. That one auto attack from the Eng. It was destiny.
Just enough. Just enough to finish it off. Yeah, 3-3's being eyed up this time by Heroic as Analog makes his first move out of the lane and up to top. Davai Lama down at bottom, though. Has to burrow to defensively try and TP, but Saxa again, right place, right time.
This is a fantastic start on the Ursa Nightfall. 43 CS, going towards that Battle Fury build. Got 2 kills to his name as well. This is going to be a huge Ursa.
Wait, is Timbersaw? Yeah, they're stealing the Wisdom Rune. Schofield's trying to do the same thing on the left-hand side, but Whitemon's Shadow Demon, feared, sent into the calling, didn't get the disruption out. So 1 for 1 it goes, and Schofield probably going to die for it. Yeah, no TP.
Doesn't really have a way out. He's looking for the Ancients. He's like, please deny me.
Not going to happen.
While mid, Eng and Pango doing the best they can, utilizing this time to take the mid tower. Almost bringing it down already.
Eng taking a melee creep to make sure it's not got mana for the Mind Flare.
That's true.
And then Lorinov will come back in to bully away Heroic's attempt at chipping on that tier 1. Another very hard game for Davai Lama, though. This Sand King off lane, it's been a challenge, the lanes he's been put into.
Yeah, he's falling behind the pack on the course. His net worth is trailing a bit here as the 33 again ahead of him by about 400 gold at the same stage as last game. We'll see if he can find a way back into it.
KJ denies it. Very nice. But a similar vibe to game 1 where this trio of very tanky, also high damage dealing heroes are going to hit their stride like 20 minutes in. And Heroic are going to have to pull out a lot of tricks to be able to deal with it. Like Saxa right now is being very irritating, forcing 3 heroes to rotate onto him.
Yeah, he's trying to make some space, just keep everyone on their toes here, making sure that all of Heroic are busy with something else while the Ursa is farming up, getting towards that Battle Fury. Lorinov, though, the hero they should be playing around on the side of Radiant. Look at all that damage. He wants to get into the river and dig a little bit. He has the bottle. Gets a TP bottle refill as well, but he already refilled once. Gets another one.
That's always so nice.
So much value from this bottle.
3-3 dragging the waves into the mines. Farming efficiently and keeping himself safe. And knowing that Parker wants to sit by his tier 1 and farm the creeps coming into him.
Yeah, quad stack on the Ancient. Same as last game. Loranov making his way over to try and clear that out. Actually want to smoke up right now. Looks like smoking so you can just farm it faster.
It sucks yet again. It's just an absolute nuisance. And he's not going to die this time either. Goes in, scouts them out, says hello, forces reactions. And Heroic realizing that they kind of want to play back into mid for this tier 1 tower.
Whitemon as well has overstayed a little bit here. Can he get out?
No way that TP worked.
What? It hit him.
He got shot.
Yeah, he got feared in base. The timing was crazy for that one. I don't think I've ever seen that. Deadshot
He got
connected.
shot.
Yeah. It connected, but he was in base. The fear happened in base.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah.
TP's behind you into fountain while being shot. Like, what?
I don't know. This man, he got away with something there. He should have died. That is absurd. I've never seen that timing before. I've seen a lot of Murta, honestly.
It's giving me heartburn.
It's like, it can happen with some abilities, you know? It's like sometimes you see someone get stunned by like a Sven stun or something in base. It's always weird when you see it though.
Yeah, we'll back it or we can watch it.
Yeah. Slow motion, slow it down.
So it goes for the TP. Deadshot's coming. Gadoosh.
Yeah. And he actually gets feared as well in the direction.
That must be like tick perfect.
Yeah,
Lands the TP
same frame, I
as
guess. 33 is finding his favorite corner.
I don't know if you remember back in the day where you could Juggernaut Omni Slash and get TP to
yeah.
Fountain.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Spirit Breaking Nether Strike would follow as well. There's a bunch of stuff back then that...
I'm so boomer. I'm thinking of Omni Slash as the first version of Omni Slash. You want to know what that one did? It was
What did that
global.
one do?
So anything you
Global?
saw was a valid target for a while. It bounced around. It was really bad.
So it's like Wrath of Nature, but... but
Yeah,
Omni
for some reason it had global bounce range for a while.
Slash. That's not good.
No, it was really awkward.
That's really not good. Well, looks like Heroic's game plan has again shifted into the realms of protect Parker at all costs. Smoked up behind him. Also clearing out some Ancients here on the Radiant side of the map. But Tundra, they're ready to defend it. 3-3 can step forward. Play alongside his buddies.
Just holding the high ground here. Heroic want to invade though. They send in the Ench. We don't care if you die, you go first.
And meanwhile, you're having this standoff up at top, you know, staring across the lane at each other. Nightfall's farming away on the Ursa.
Yeah, he's
Loranov.
so large right now, farming the enemy Ancients.
Arcane Rune grabbed by Saxa. Turns quickly onto Davai Lama, but Nick's assassin looks like he's going to die after the calling and the damage comes his way. Loranov and Whitemon both on the run, but Parker, they don't have a dead
Not
shot,
this
but they've got the
time.
adaptive strike. This time, Whitemon, you are going to get caught.
Yeah, the adaptive strike stops him in his tracks right there. Not getting out. They did see Bristleback with a ward here. Chasing onto him now. This Diffusal Pango is really activating. Red to Analog, he's really finding his moment here. Playing on the power spike. Ran past the Lotus, didn't pick it. 33 knows he's being chased.
So wise.
He just TPs away and he's gonna go and stack the Ancients again. More farm. Still needs
Money, money,
1800
money.
gold for his timing. The Aghanim Scepter pretty far off. The big timing for Radiant though is gonna be the blink on Ursa. That's only 1000 gold off.
And then what's Timbersaw up to? I'm guessing Kaya first, but
Yeah.
what's up next?
Kaya, BKB, probably gonna go for the same build we saw him last game. Kaya, BKB, and then Aghanim Scepter. I don't really like it. That seems like a very, like, solid build from Timber. That doesn't have a weak spot.
Oh, they coincide so nicely with the rest of the team too.
Oh yeah.
And there goes 3-3 in his Ancients. I mean, after this camp, he's only going to be like 500 gold away from it, isn't he?
Yeah, he needs maybe more like 800 or so, but yeah, he's pretty close.
Are scanning.
He's pretty close. He needs to have a few more minutes here of farming. bit more time. They do have a stack to make on the other Ancients. Looks like he's just chilling here. We see the invasion coming. Saxa, he's on the mission. He snuck past them.
Did he actually step in the exact spot where the sentry couldn't see him?
Yeah, I think
Still.
so.
And he's going to try and attempt this kill onto Schofield. Piercing the veil. No more stuns. And Saxa just TP's home.
Man, Saxa, this is what we saw. This is what we saw Ari do. Just this annoying Nyx running around, you know, making so much space, giving so much time for his team to do whatever. Even if you don't manage to steal the wisdom there. He didn't actually get anything, but he still forced the Murta to go back to base now after losing her HP.
And that means Heroic, who are like 5-man grouping bottom, don't have the full push into tier 1. So it's like a bit delayed, a bit tentative. And now Schofield, he made his way up top, and it looks like he might be found here through the Chakram and Demonic Purge from Whitemon and Lorinov.
Not a good feel. He just TP'd out from Fountain as well, so he's gonna have to walk a shame a bit when he respawns. Morphling, we haven't talked about him so much, but Morphling is keeping pace with the Ursa, by the way. Ursa is massive, but so is Morph. He has full Vlads and Manta style recipe now being delivered, so he is looking stellar here on Parker. He's going straight for the Kanda next. This is a very standard build on Morph.
How well does he fare against the Tricore of Tundra, though?
He can be, like, if he hits the Kanda timing hard enough, then yeah, he can really be quite strong. Play around the disables of the Pango and the Sand King. But as the game progresses, it will get harder, I think.
So like poking from long range is where Heroic are going to excel, but in like a tavern brawl 5v5, maybe not so much.
Yeah, they have good brawly heroes as well. It's more the timing of the game. I think more great late game hero, but as this game scales and goes later and later, I think I will favor Tundra more and more, because 33, he knows his way to make the Bristleback just look like a real threat in late game, even if he didn't have the best early game. And I don't really see the same thing on Sand King here. He's falling behind.
Yeah, again, being challenging for Davai Lama. And again, it's like the farm distribution on this team heavily going into the hands of Parker. Analog needed a bit of catching up to do. And Tundra using this moment to go and take quite an early Roshan. It's not often we see Ursa anymore, and even lineups with like a TA or something is more aimed at the 20-minute Rosh.
Yeah. Again, the Nyx. Look at him. Just pestering the enemy here. Multiple heroes trying to catch him. They dust him. He's still going back in.
And Schofield just dying inside the Chakram. Saxa gets a decent carapace and attempted stun, but Parker waveforms over the top of it into the arms of the Ursa, but dishing out some serious damage to take the Aegis out of his hands. So Nightfall dies the once. 3-3 forcing Parker away. And in the backlines, Analog has actually cleaned up a kill on Whitemon. Coming back in with a swashbuckle, Tundra, they've got the ability to turn back and fight into Davai Lama here, but it seems like Nightfall doesn't really want to get into the thick of things, just letting Lorinov and 3-3 do the job. Analog back in, Parker into Timbersaw mode, but doesn't actually get the gap closed. Now he will with a waveform and a chain, but Lorinov, he's dodged away from it and just turns and kills Parker. Now the Ursa out of the calling, in it again, TPing home, trying to save his life. Looks like he'll cancel.
Did he
Think
get
about
cancelled?
fighting.
What did he
I think he cancelled it himself. I don't think anyone else did it to him. I think he just stopped it. Analog's going to die for it, though. An absolutely chaotic team fight leading to the death of the Muerta.
He gets tipped by his own teammate there. He definitely cancelled it on his own. He didn't get disabled there until the very second he died. He got hit by the dead shot, of course. But in the end, fantastic fight for them still. They bring down the Morphling, the big kill that hasn't happened before in the game. So both the carries died. But as we can see, some of the skirmishing here. This Murta W, by the way, lasted for a long time. First, he refreshes it with his own death. And then I think it was the... Was it the Ursa dying the once? Or... No, it was...
died?
Yeah, it was just lasting a long time. Back in the game to kill Morphling? What?
Wait, what?
They killed Morphling with the Nyx, the Vendetta.
Oh my god. Yeah, Lorinov. He stuck around.
He was under a sentry as well, but Nyx just found a kill on him. I think he was as unprepared as we were. The Nyx, combined with the Timbersaw, brought him down quickly there.
Jeez.
Maybe he was watching the replay as well, you know.
Yeah, figuring out what went wrong with Nightfall in that one. Oh, Parker dead yet again. And there it is. 820 from the Timber. 777.
It's uncharacteristic of Parker as of late, who's been looking so strong and reliable as a carry. Respawning and then immediately getting picked off again like this. It's gonna put a real stunt into his net worth. You can see already overtaken by every single core on Radiant.
That's a rough one. Oh, he's meant to be your big boy that you're putting the eggs into the basket of. I'll come back now, but he's got some catching up to do as Tundra come out with a 9k lead.
I love the adaptation this game. Lorinov, instead of going for Aghanim Scepter, goes for a Blink Dagger third item. Last game, it was the fourth item for him. He wanted to have the Aghanim Scepter as well, but the Blink Dagger here is going to be better to catch people. Now he can follow up with Nyx. If Nyx sees anyone, he can blink in and help out. And Nyx, I believe, just has his Dagon coming out as well, so Saxa will actually have a bit of damage now.
Maybe he can just solo kill the Morphling if he finds him again.
I like the ward sentry combinations though that Heroic are doing. This is something I always call for when you see Invis heroes. Look at the way they put the Obson ward on mid lane and on this cliff. Trying to keep tabs with the Nyx.
They've got to. And Sax is a thorn in the side of anyone when he's playing this Nyx assassin. Currently lurking down bottom. Just in behind Lorinov.
Heroic
he's gonna go
really
through the
fell
twin
on the back
gate.
foot though. Like, they're not on the map right now. They're playing edge of the map. They're hiding away. It's
Can Nightfall join? Because they saw Analog walk here. Sax has known this Pangolier has been here for a while.
He's calling the Ursa over. He's like, help me out. Now is a great time to go.
Oh, and even the TP cancel as well. Utter perfection. That Sax had placed that ward like 40 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Maybe
He's controlling the map in such a good way. Saxa is all over the place here. It doesn't look at, when you look at his like KDA or something, like 0.45, is he really playing that well? But the impact of Nyx, it cannot be overstated. It's going on the Sand King.
Again, yeah, he's there.
I mean,
You just can't show.
the Valama, yeah, a little bit risky to go there when Nyx and Ursa just picked one of your teammates in this area.
Things are starting to chain together for Tundra. I guess a bit of a chain feed from Heroic. Now killing the Ancients, a kill up top, another one follows. Now
making it
Parker's not
happen.
particularly comfortable.
Yeah, they're really finding these moments now, kind of break down this tier 2 tower top falling. Themselves slowly just slapping it down. And this is while they're holding control over the Ancients bottom. It really speaks to how well they're playing the field right now.
Did Lorinov just run away from the tower, realize they didn't glyph it, blink back into the tower, force them to glyph it, and kill it? He's just doing mind games with Heroic, seeing, dangling himself in front of them, saying, who's going to come and approach me? Who's going to defend? Nobody? Right, I'll take it.
I mean, they glyphed it a little bit before. I don't know. He's just being cautious because he was solo pushing this forever. He's like, am I truly getting away with all this? But he is. Bottom 33. Being targeted a bit, but they can't go on him with a Murta and Morphling only. That's the tricky part for Dire. They really need Sand King and Pango. It's all up to the cores to set up these moves. Whereas on the side of Tundra, it's just a Nyx. He's just walking around, Everyone's farming, and then Nyx says, yo, free kill over here, guys. I'll 6.
Do a bit of cleanup.
Parker
Sand King has a blink now.
becoming a tree right now.
Do Heroic have all the tools they need yet? They're smoking up, so I guess they're feeling as strong as they're ever going to.
600 gold away from the BKB and Morphling, so that's a huge timing they're not on right now. But they're gonna go
Jump.
everything on this.
Burrow, Epicenter, Rolling Thunder, Bristleback, Bloodstone's up, healing off. The Quill Sprays now turns his back, but the damage still comes, and he will die. Next Assassin's going to get a trade out onto Schofield, and the rest of Tundra arriving swiftly. Analog TPing home, and Whitemore not able to catch up to the Morphling, but Lorinov has seen the Sand King, slices him in two. KJ going to TP out, and Parker's bailing on it.
Yeah, and immediately they are the ones on the forefront again. Even though they lost the Bristleback, we see Tundra just charging down here. Parker knows the game is desperate, looking for something.
Gets onto Whitemon.
He played that
Does find a
nicely.
kill.
Waveform then turned into Timber mid waveform, used the Q immediately, and then Timber Chain afterwards.
Under attack.
Always a fun hero to see a Morphling turn into, the Timber.
So much mobility. God. Remember the days we used to have Morphling and Earthshaker or Earth Spirit
Oh, God.
all the frickin' time.
The same team, I hated
Yeah.
when he could turn into his own teammate Shaker, and you had two of them jumping around. That was unplayable, that patch. Dear God.
It was always like the double pick before the ban phase, you know, like
Yeah.
snap into the Morphling ES.
That was honestly more trauma for me than the 6.83 patch, I think, is so bad.
That was the sniper buyback.
Yeah, that was the
Rubber band.
Yeah, exactly. And also spin to win. It was sniper and spin to win,
Jug and Troll.
if I remember correctly. It was the axe and the jugger and all that. See a little recap here of how Bristle almost turned this around. He did heal a lot, but in the end couldn't really turn his back to all these angles. He wishes he had a
From so
wider
many
back.
ways. I mean, that's what you get. Yeah. Do you play Overthrow much?
A little bit.
You got those little, I don't know, what are they called? Gems or crystals, whatever you collect. You know, you can
true.
increase the back percentage of the Bristleback. You get more side protection, more back protection.
I think a lot of those gems are really cool. They're like interesting ways to change the game. Overthrow is a great way to pass time sometimes.
Big Bristleback.
For me, it's like
Ban
the better
AA.
version of Turbo. I don't really deal with Turbo Dota. It messes with
Yeah.
my understanding of Dota, I feel. Miss your timings and misunderstand power spikes. But Overthrow is
Yeah,
an altogether different game, so.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, Turbo is a completely different rhythm. Overthrow is like
There.
you're playing Dota, but it's like Tekken or something, right? You're just like mashing, you're just mashing
Yeah.
buttons. 5-second respawn timer.
For the
Right, there we
dopamine
go.
fiends.
Tundra in the Roche pit. Parker is a million miles away from this. And Lorinov is just going to face tank the initiation. Schofield already low HP, zapped down by the Mind Flare on Dagon. Parker is trying to approach from the right-hand side. Nightfall with Saxa right on top of him, though, and Parker getting bashed up, getting controlled. Morphling in some serious trouble right now. He doesn't have waveform for 3
Look at
seconds.
Nyx.
Doesn't have a Manta style either, and the Nyx assassin ready and waiting. Saxa, right place, right time, finds the kill on that big king of the game. And Davai Lama, oh, he TP's out of there barely. But that leaves King Jungles now completely alone, and 3 heroes dead.
Man, Saxa has such a good read in that game as well there. Beautiful, first of all, by Nightfall to go onto the Morphling quickly. Knows that he can't kill him, but put enough pressure that he will have to waveform back. And that's what Nyx was waiting for. He was looping around, doing that big stretch around the field there. Just beautiful tandem play by the two of them there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Heroic that Parker was so far away. If he joins that fight a little bit earlier, maybe they find the approach easier.
Yeah,
But you're right,
Already
Nightfall's on
here
him.
we can see him. Look, he's waiting. He's like over here. He will wait from here. Could not be a Timber Chain, but the read was still correct.
A pretty devastating situation for Heroic now. I mean, made some drastic measures. Morphling's not really a hero you just buy Rapier on, though, is it?
No, it's
And Dalai
not.
Lama, oh my god, nearly dies in the blink of an eye. Still blinks away.
Gets himself to safety, but this has been a horror series for Davai Lama. Game number 1, he was having a rough time. Game number 2, he's demoted to like support level here. He's really not finding his footing. A lot of it comes back to the Nyx Assassin as well, I think. So hard to play Sand King against it. Like just before he was fortunate to TP out. That TP was almost cancelled by Spike Carapace, by the way. It just came off cooldown as he was TPing. And Sandstorm was there, so it's always that liability. You can get stunned at any time.
Super rough.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Analog is going in for a little smoke to steal the enemy wisdom here.
Okay.
Get something at least.
Take some ancients too. This is still just under 3 minutes of Aegis left, though, for Tundra. All the tier 2s are gone. It feels like this map should start getting pretty small, but... Oh, I thought
the
Heroic
waiting
were gonna
arms of
spot there
Saxa.
I thought Heroic were going to go for it. They saw Nightfall. They had 3 heroes nearby, but Saxa's the one to find the opening, kill off Analog with Nightfall, and Heroic on the run again.
They saw him pretty late. They like caught each other in the tree line there. The panic reaction was to get out from the side of Heroic, but yeah, they didn't get out. The Saxa was there again. And he doesn't stop, man. The hunting.
So if it was bad enough with a lion, now he's a lion with invisibility.
Yeah, and haste. Look at him.
And
This is not even fair. King Jungles.
Well, Parker, saved by Davai Lama. But Parker's having to get back into Fountain, scurrying away with what's left of his life. And Davai Lama's nearly died, but has actually died in his base.
Yeah, no way out. There's a gem on the bristleback, so he can't really stay safe in invisibility. Doesn't really work like that. And doesn't do enough damage to deter any of these heroes. All of Radiant looking so powerful. We do have an Octarine core on on Ursa, by the way. So it's got the low cooldowns coming in.
Very cool. I spot the DD rune now finally as well. Can go back for it, but a 23k lead, 30 minutes in.
They've just absolutely dominated this game, and it feels like it was inevitable when you see Ursa have that free of a time, but it's really not been so much about him. It's more, again, Lorinov has played so well, and Saxa, he's again the MVP. Like, so far, he's just finding all these moments.
It's like when they're behind in the side lanes, they're playing... Oh, Scofiel's going to die here. It's like they're playing through Lorinov and Saxa to recover. But when they're ahead in the side lanes, that recovery becomes acceleration, right?
Yeah. Morphling
Like, 3-3.
waveforms away, trying to get away, but he's got a bug on him. Chasing him, finds him.
Have they got him down south?
Yeah, he's
Is the
caught.
Morphling going to die and the Chakra and the Bash is there?
Again, that hasted Nyx chasing him. And meanwhile, where's your Bristle? He's just claimed the enemy base, kills the Sand King on the doorstep of his fountain.
I mean, you've got buyback on this Morphling, but like doing that shatters any illusion of coming back into the game.
Yeah, you cannot buy back. It's literally like not allowed. If you buy back your own Morphling, then the game's over.
Yeah. Oh, Analog. Okay, there's no scythe on this Timber yet. Next time there will be.
Very close, not far away. This just looks really rough, man. Every single core on Radiant are so happy for the entire game, just running around doing whatever they want. And I have to go back to it. The Murta and Ench, I don't really see it, man. The support duo is a little bit weird. It feels like, to me, maybe a post 5 Ench could have worked with a post 4 Murta, but Murta with no Idon timings is just not really had the impact that you want.
Well, it's like that Muerta should have been a carry from the beginning, right?
Yeah, who knows?
That's what we expected. That's what Tundra banned for.
Yeah.
But anyway, they've got what they've got.
King Jungle's got some good attack range at least. Rogue Bow and Dragonlance.
In comes Lorinov, though. Right, yeah, that was your mid lane Pangolier. Absolutely obliterated. Meanwhile, Saxa, he's scouting out and hunting Schofield, forcing the ulti to come out of the Muerta. And Nightfall just going to run back as 3-3 and Lorinov. They can now step up onto the stage and show what they're made of. Davai Lama forced out of his Sandstorm. And Lorinov right back in onto this Enchantress to take her down. The good two-man stun gets Nightfall the opening he needs. And the Ursa will open up, shred through a couple more. Godlike Timbersaw and the Morphling. Well,
okay, Tundra.
on his way to the fountain, diving in to kill off Parker. I mean, he's going to buy back on the Morphling right now, but I don't know what he can do.
Yeah, as the buyback and GG